My child, be still for a moment and listen, because I am speaking directly to the place inside you that feels tired, unseen, and uncertain. I know how long you have been holding on without answers. I know how many times you whispered my name when no one else was listening. You did not imagine my presence, and you did not waste your faith. I have been with you through every silent struggle. You have walked through days where your heart felt heavy without reason, nights where sleep did not bring rest, and moments where you questioned whether your prayers were reaching anywhere at all. Let me tell you this clearly. Every prayer reached me, every tear mattered, and every moment of patience was seen. I am not distant from your pain, and I am not unaware of your effort. You often wonder why your journey feels harder than others, why progress seems slow, even when you give your best. Understand this: different paths carry different purposes. I did not design your life to be ordinary. I allowed pressure because pressure shapes strength. I allowed delay because delay deepens wisdom. I allowed uncertainty because it teaches trust. There were times you felt abandoned, even by people you supported, loved, and believed in. I saw how that wounded you. I saw how you questioned your worth because others did not value your heart. But hear me now. People walking away never defined your value. Your worth was settled long before their opinions entered your life. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are not late. You are aligning. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. What I am doing in you cannot be rushed, because what is coming must last. Temporary shortcuts would have given you temporary results. There will come a day when you look back at this season and realize that the waiting protected you, the silence refined you, and the uncertainty prepared you. Until that day arrives, stay faithful, stay open, stay patient. I am closer than you think, and I am not done with you yet, my child. Remain with me, because what you are experiencing now is not the end of your story. It is the shaping of it. I know how easily discouragement tries to settle into your thoughts. When progress feels invisible, you measure your life by what has not yet happened, but I measure it by how much you have grown. Every quiet victory, every moment you chose patience over panic, every time you trusted me despite fear, it all counts. You have been learning to live without constant reassurance. That has been difficult for you because your heart desires certainty. But certainty does not create faith. Trust does. I am teaching you to lean on me even when the ground feels unsteady. This is how unshakable faith is formed. There were seasons when you asked me to remove the pain, but instead, I gave you endurance. You asked for answers, but instead, I gave you strength. You asked for relief, but instead, I gave you clarity over time. This does not mean I ignored your requests. It means I gave you what you needed most to survive and grow. I see the weight you carry in silence. You try to remain composed while storms rage within you. You show up for others even when you feel empty yourself. Let me remind you that you are allowed to rest. You are allowed to pause. You do not have to earn my love by overextending yourself. You worry that your best will never be enough, that mistakes will define you. that the past will follow you forever. But hear me clearly. Your past is not your prison. It is a classroom. Lessons were learned there. Wisdom was gained there. And now you are free to move forward without carrying guilt as a burden. I am breaking patterns that once limited you. You may feel uncomfortable because familiarity is fading, but comfort zones were never meant to be permanent homes. Growth requires movement, and movement requires courage. I am walking beside you in every step. Some relationships fell apart because they could not survive the version of you that is emerging. Do not grieve what could not grow with you. Alignment matters more than attachment. What belongs with you will stay without forcing, without manipulation, without pain. I know you fear making the wrong choice, but listen. Fear loses power when you involve me. Seek me first. And even if your steps feel imperfect, I will redirect you gently. I am more invested in your journey than you are. You are becoming someone who listens before reacting, who observes before deciding, who trusts intuition over impulse. This is wisdom forming quietly. Celebrate it, even if no one else notices. Do not underestimate the season you are in. What feels slow is stabilizing you. What feels uncertain is strengthening. Stay present, stay faithful, stay connected. I am still speaking, still guiding, still working. My child, do not let the quiet fool you. Even when nothing seems to be changing on the outside, I am working deeply within you. Roots grow in silence before they ever break the surface. What you are becoming now will soon support blessings that once felt too heavy to carry. I know there are days when your heart feels restless, when you wonder if you made the right decisions or if you waited too long. Release that worry. Every step you took taught you something necessary. I do not waste experiences. Even the moments that felt like detours were guiding you toward greater understanding. You have learned what it feels like to give your all and still not be met with the same effort. That lesson hurt, but it awakened discernment. You are now able to recognize where your energy belongs and where it does not. This awareness is protection, not bitterness. There were moments you questioned your faith because the outcome did not match your hope. But faith is not proven by perfect results. It is revealed by perseverance. And you have persevered more than you realize. Each time you chose to stand again, your spirit strengthened. I am teaching you to sit with uncertainty without letting it steal your peace. This is a rare strength. Most people rush to fill silence with noise, fear, or distraction. You are learning to remain grounded even when answers are delayed. This ability will serve you well in the future. You may feel that you are changing, that some old parts of you no longer fit. This is not loss, it is evolution. You are shedding survival habits that once protected you but are no longer needed. Growth often feels unfamiliar before it feels right. I know you sometimes miss the version of yourself that laughed more easily, trusted more freely, and hoped without fear. That version is not gone. It is being healed. Joy will return, deeper and steadier than before. because it will be rooted in wisdom instead of innocence. Let go of the idea that you must rush to prove something. You do not need to compete with anyone's timeline. What is meant for you will arrive when you are fully ready to receive it without losing yourself. I am aligning opportunities with the strength you are building now. When they arrive, you will recognize them not by excitement alone, but by peace. What comes from me will not require you to abandon your values or your well-being. Continue to choose kindness, even when it feels unnoticed. Continue to choose honesty, even when shortcuts appear. These choices are shaping a future built on integrity, and integrity will always sustain you longer than quick success. Trust me with what you cannot yet see. I am preparing answers that will arrive at the right moment. Stay open, stay patient, stay faithful, my child. Let your heart rest for a moment, because I know how often you carry the weight of tomorrow while still healing from yesterday. Want you to remember this. You are not required to solve everything at once. I give you today so you can live it fully, not so you can exhaust yourself worrying about what has not yet arrived. I see how carefully you try to do the right thing. You think before you speak. You hesitate before you act. And you reflect deeply after every decision. This sensitivity is not weakness. It is awareness. It allows you to move with intention instead of impulse. It allows you to grow with wisdom instead of regret. There were moments when you felt you had to harden your heart just to survive. You told yourself it was safer not to expect too much, not to feel too deeply. But I am slowly softening those guarded places again. A guarded heart can survive, but an open heart can truly live. I am teaching you how to open your heart without losing yourself. You may notice that your tolerance for chaos has decreased. What once felt normal now feels heavy. What once excited you now drains you. This is not you becoming distant. This is you becoming aligned. Your spirit recognizes what nourishes it and what depletes it. Trust this awareness. I know you sometimes feel guilty for choosing yourself, for saying no, for stepping back. Release that guilt. You are not selfish for protecting your peace. You are responsible for it. When you honor your limits, you honor the life I am shaping through you. There are answers you want immediately, but some truths reveal themselves only with time. If I gave you everything at once, it would overwhelm you. So I guide you gently, layer by layer, moment by moment. Each step prepares you for the next. I am building resilience in you, not so you can endure endless struggle, but so you can walk confidently into abundance without fear of losing it. Stability is forming inside you before it appears around you. This order matters. You will soon notice that situations that once caused anxiety no longer control you. Conversations that once disturbed your peace will pass without effect. This is growth made visible. Acknowledge it quietly. Be proud of it humbly. Do not rush to explain your transformation to anyone. Those who are meant to understand will feel it without words. Those who are not will not be convinced by explanations anyway. Let your life speak for itself. I am guiding you toward people and places that feel calm, honest, and safe. You will recognize them by how your nervous system relaxes, how your breath softens, how your heart feels at ease. Peace is your confirmation. Remain connected to me. When doubt tries to return, come back to stillness. When fear speaks loudly, listen for my quiet assurance. I have not brought you this far to leave you now. Everything you are becoming is intentional. Everything you are releasing is necessary. Everything ahead is aligned. My child, come closer in your heart and listen without fear. I see the thoughts you never speak, the prayers you whisper when no one is watching, and the tears you wipe away before the world can notice. I know how long you have been waiting for change, how many times you have asked, when will it be my turn? And today, I want you to hear this clearly. Your waiting has not been wasted. Every delay you experienced was not a denial. It was preparation. While you thought nothing was happening, I was strengthening you from the inside, shaping your character and aligning events in ways you could not yet understand. I was teaching you patience without breaking your spirit, resilience without hardening your heart, and faith without visible proof. What you are becoming matters more than how fast you arrive. Do not measure your life by someone else's timeline. Their path is not your path. Their blessings are not your assignment. I have written your story with intention, and every chapter has meaning, even the ones filled with silence, especially the ones filled with silence. Because in the quiet moments, I speak the loudest. If you